there's technique and there's all those things. But honestly, I don't know. It's a really interesting thing. When I was saying that I was at school with Darcy, so Darcy was not, you would think that Darcy was like the top of her class from the word go. Darcy wasn't. She just worked like an absolute dog. She never stopped working. And she was the first in, the last out. And everybody thought she was a bit dweeby. And, you know, now you look at her and she looks like this, I mean, she is this incredibly elegant, incredibly successful, very brilliant woman. And she hasn't really changed. It's just she's kind of grown into that thing. But she worked for it. And some of the other people that I was at school with, infinitely more talented. They've never really met that. And they don't really want it enough. They know they can have it, so they're doing it because it's easy, but not because they really want it. And I just like working with people that want it, because then you can have a laugh, can't you? I mean, I do also want to have a laugh. Like, it would be awful. I mean, I can be grumpy as anybody, but you generally want to have a laugh most of the day, you know. No. So that. Does that answer it? I don't know. I think that answers it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we like to have a laugh in the studio, don't we, dear?
Yeah.
Not all the time, but especially not if he's got me above his head. I don't want to be laughing so much then, but anyway. We have got our world famous quick fire round.
Here we go.
Are you ready for this, Will?
I'm ready. Okay, I'm going to strap in. Go.
Hey. Right, here we go. Quick fire answers.
You ready? Morning person or night owl?
Early morning person, very night owl.
Oh, that's like a double.
Yeah. Well, basically, nobody else wants to watch the films that I want to watch, so I have to wait till about 2 a.m. when everybody's dead asleep, then I can watch them.
Right, okay.
Fair enough. Last song you downloaded?
Last song I downloaded? I think it was an old album that I'd managed to lose, which I re-downloaded, which was an album by London Grammar. Like a bit of London Grammar.
Oh. If you could travel back in time, what period would you go to?
How posh can I be?
Oh, as posh as you
want to be.
Fantastic. I think I would go possibly either somewhere in the 18th century if I had tons of cash, but it was a bit whiffy, but there was a lot of gin around. Or I might go back and I think the 1920s, 30s might have been quite fun.
That's cool.
Okay. We'll get on that time machine for you. Right, cake or pie?
Cake.
Fair enough.
Cool. Would you prefer to come face to face with a miniature rhino or a giant cockroach, both of which are in a bad mood?
Definitely a miniature rhino.
Excellent.
Like, that's not even a question, is it? And like, I'd love the large cockroach. I'm like, no, weirdo. Definitely a miniature rhino. Because even if it's grumpy, it sounds quite cute.
Yeah, it does, to be fair.
Yeah. Like, stop bumping my shin. You're cute. Like that.
Whereas I can't imagine that a giant cockroach is going to be high on the cute stage.
No.
Right. Favourite film growing up?
That's really tricky.
Sorry.
How old? How old do I have to be? Doesn't matter.
You pick. I feel like a countdown tune.
Well, as a teenager, Godfather Part 2. Okay. And a Bertolucci film called The Conformist, which is absolutely amazing. Il Conformista, about the rise of fascism in Italy. Amazing film. When I was little, so there were 2 James Bond films that were big. I went to see The Spy Who Loved Me on a terrible wet camping holiday when I was a child in the Gower in Wales, and that kind of blew my mind. So it's the first one I saw. Then went to see Live and Let Die, which freaked me out.
I love that Wow.
I loved it. It was amazing. The opening sequence just like absolutely terrified me. And at the end, when he shot on the thing and the snake and all that stuff,
Yeah.
that, and for my, what I think is my 10th birthday, my stepfather queued up in the rain and we all went to see the first Star Wars movie. And that was possibly the most exciting thing that ever happened to me, other than then going with my best mate Alex. So Alex, if you're watching this and you were in Bristol and you were at the Christchurch Primary School, I don't know where you are now, but he was fantastic. I loved him. He was amazing at maths. He was really geeky, and he was such a great guy. So Alex, I don't know where you are. Anyway, and his stepfather took us to see 2001. And there was an interval in the middle of the film, which we thought was amazing. And I wasn't quite sure what it was about, but it was just epic. Yeah. And then my poor dad, because he was and I got to persuaded him, and I was in a primary school, to go and see The Life of Brian. And The Life of Brian, I managed to get him to take us to see that 4 times over these various weekends. So I now know it still off by heart. And I loved him for that. Yeah, so it's quite a few of them. It's hard for me. Too many films. Too many films to talk about. Yeah. Okay. Next.
If you could be a member of any TV sitcom family, which one would it be?
Oh, a family. Can I just be in Seinfeld?
Yeah, that's
if
fine.
You want.
That's all right. I think I'll be in Seinfeld, or I'll be in Modern Family because I think that's really funny. That makes me laugh a lot. Yeah.
Okay. What is for dinner this evening?
For dinner this evening, I have absolutely no idea. I think I might make a risotto.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Make a bit of risotto.
The dog's just trying to get in on the interview.
He's
like, yeah, what's the risotto? Right, next one. Okay. We've got 2 more. Here we go.
Proper old school question.
There's only one correct answer to this, by the way.
Okay.
Blur or Oasis?
What was that?
Blur or Oasis?
It has to be Blur, I think. Yeah. You see, not so much for... I just think that Blur is standing the test of time in terms of the lyrics and stuff. Yeah. Just the songwriting. And there's really only one Oasis album.
Yeah. Just
and you just go, it's kind of hit after hit. Yeah. Then like, well... Anyway, yeah.
Last one.
Okay, what did you think was cool when you were young, but that is not cool anymore?
I had a pair of white kicker boots with rainbow laces. Yeah, and I had a T-shirt which, when I was little, had they brought out transfers on T-shirts that had glitter in them, and I had a star with a rainbow on it. I thought it was quite cool. I mean, I was a bit of a hippie, clearly. And I also had a T-shirt that had lots of little lights in it. I can see your dog's nose. That is fantastic.
He's so keen to get into this interview. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I'm so sorry, viewers. I do apologise. That's terribly unprofessional, but also quite hysterical. So we're not going to edit that out. Let's have Bracken.
Right, go on there. Right. None of my cats are here, so that's good. Other than might get a bit mad. That's good.
Oh, he's not bored. I'm so sorry. Tell us more about the star with because I like
that was a that I really liked, and I had another one that had a little battery pack, and you could and it had lights in the T-shirt. And I was quite proud of that. But now I think I'd be a bit like, mate, really? But having I can see those things that you think are really good, that then later in life, like he's really into Drake, and I'm like, mate, what is going on? You know, he just needs a bit of time. Clearly.
Oh, bless you. Well, thank you very much for talking to us, Will.
I'm sorry if I wittered on slightly. Sorry to your...
No, we'd love to hear.
Lovely to talk to you.
Career and yeah. Did you enjoy it? Yes, he did. Oh dear, lockdown's getting to us all now. The dog is joining in everything. Yeah, thank you so much for your time, and it's been a real pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah, lovely to talk to you guys.
Oh, thank you. Well, we're going to sign off there for today, because with the advent of the dog, I think that's it. So we're going to say goodbye to you guys. Thank you so much for listening to all our viewers. We hope you've enjoyed this. And we're going to say goodbye to Will. So thank you so much, Will. We're waving to you in your garden.
Thank you for having me. All right. Bye.
And yeah, we're going to sign off. Wave goodbye, Bracken. There we go. Bye, everybody. Take care. Be safe.